Wow, can you still hear the music on this selection? Cause I sure don't know. We're gonna find out. Yeah. Okay. All this out of the way. Welcome to the art stream. To the bonus me getting stuff that I needed to get done. Uh, in bonus form. No music. Heck, no music. What about now? I think I'm just gonna have to delist this stream. Is literally what I'm finding out. Perfect. So all of the work that got done beforehand didn't work anyway. Hooray! Alright, well. Someone remind me at the end of this stream that I need to delist this. Or the channel will go down in shambles for no hecking reason. So yeah. I don't really know how to do this. Because most of the time that I spend crafting, working on my cosplay, I do in silence. I stare down and I just kind of work. So now this is weird because I have to have a conversation. I don't know how to do that and also efficiently do my work. So anyway, I spent all day yesterday and a little bit beforehand in a different day. And then you can stream that in the corner. I'm gonna get Subway Surfers and put it over there in that top corner to keep you guys entertained while I do my busy work. But yeah, I spent about like 4 or 5 hours trying to figure out what kind of pattern I wanted for the dress I'm trying to make. Because the dress is almost not the main piece. I just need to be wearing a dress that's in the right shape. It's in the right shape and it does all the things I need it to do. Turns out that Memorial Day, I forgot, is one of those things that we in America use as a capitalism thing, where everything goes on sale. So is there an inspiration pic or is it still a surprise? I posted cosplay. It's going to be on my Patreon, which I probably should have put right here and just like go to my Patreon. Shill. I should have shilled in the top corner. I could have had Subway Surfers and then the link to my Patreon just overlaid on top of Subway Surfers. Anyway, that was all to say. You need to show Patreon. He doesn't know that I have a Patreon. Oh, he does. How does he know? I didn't add that to his code. He's so smart. He's just the... Oh, wait, hold on. Where is he? Hold on. I did disable it. Get got, Samir. Haha. I did my job. Wait, hold on. What? Huh? There? Yes, there he is in the background. Kind of, sort of. Looming over all of us. What a waste of a bit. That's a Sunday, or... We don't stream on Sunday here. That was a Saturday thing. Anyway. So I spent all day yesterday being very supportive of the American dream and capitalism, and I looked at 10 billion patterns online and then was reminded that everyone was going to do a sale yesterday. So patterns that were normally like $11 were suddenly $2. And I was like, oh no, okay, great. Yeah, woo, capitalism is my favorite. Maple, were you here when I was screaming about capitalism? Also, welcome to the stream. This is my very jank setup. And so every time I looked at a pattern, I went, last week? No, it was during Sekiro. It was either the stream that I beat Ishin, which I know you were here for, or the stream right before that, which I don't think you were here for. I just don't remember which one it is. Toby Fox makes goated music is really what we're going with. And as far as I know, Batman is a treasure and doesn't copyright anyone because he's not a big butt face. I kind of remember, yes. Perfect. So anyway, you guys famously know how much I love capitalism and the job market and having to work for a living. It's my favorite. Because I do all of those things so well. But yes, there were Memorial Day sales. That is the part of the story that I'm trying to tell you. So I found this pattern and then 3 more similar to it. And I bought all of them because when something is $2 instead of the $11 it started out as, I mean, you know? So this is the first... Love this song. This is the first of the patterns I bought. I printed out 30 pieces of paper. I had to go to the grocery store and buy letter paper instead of the cardstock I've been using like a psychopath. And then I had to cut it all together and tape it together. So this is Scotch tape in a dream right now. What the heck is all of this? This is all pieces of a sewing pattern that I need to cut out. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time. I think she's procrastinating. I am, but I have to explain what I'm doing. What do I just start doing it and you go, wow, look at all that stuff she's doing. I definitely understand. Boy howdy, I wish the door was closed in a different room because it's so loud. Yeah, so all of these pieces are gonna make up the dress that I need to do a test of. We gotta cut out all the pieces. I don't know. Kinda see. It's all of it. Well, it doesn't even fit on my table. So good and fresh and fun. I also might need to run and go get extra tape because some of it's not taped together all the way as you can see. Neither here nor there. We're gonna ignore this. Ignore what I'm doing. Ignore it. Ignore it. So anyway, I printed out my first digital pattern to see if it's gonna work. But, do you wear paper? Exactly. No, I am going to cut all these out so they are ready, and then I'm going to put my test fabric up here and cut it on my handy dandy cutting board so that I don't destroy my glass table with a rotary cutter. Then I'm gonna lurk at work today, but wanted to see at least some of the art stream. Aw, thank you for lurking, dude. I keep forgetting that you're in a foreign country and that you don't celebrate Memorial Day because that wouldn't make any sense. Why would you memorialize something we did in America? Wow. But yeah, so we're gonna listen to the Undertale soundtrack, which I assume is okay. If not, we're gonna find out real quick when the stream is shut down for copyright disputes. Another way to say is that Lynxicat is world famous. I'm just so charming that people from Australia love me. Specifically, since I know so many people in Australia. I don't know Max and Chad, but I watch them a lot, so I know them. They don't know me. It would be nice if they knew me because then I could do stuff for Cold Ones and Cool Shirts, which I would love to do. I think Cool Shirts has some of the best. Oh! I love you too, dude. I really like Cool Shirts. I wish that I had more of their clothing, but it is very expensive, and I am Red Woman Grog. I would love to. I don't know if you guys were here for this stream. I'm gonna start cutting when I say this, and you have to listen to ASMR of this. I don't know if you can hear this. I assume you can. Or I can get up really close to the mic and talk all nice like this. But yeah, I said in a I think it might have been on the Saturday stream after you left, Samir, because I believe that we were playing Paper Mario. Good soundtrack. That I should do a dessert tier list stream, like I'm Germa or something. Did you see Germa's mac and cheese stream? Because that was something I did while having mac and cheese yesterday. And the mac and cheese was terrible. So I saw the VOD. I watched the VOD too. Because I didn't realize that it was happening. And by the time that I got to it, the video section was already over. So it was just a still image of him sitting at his desk not moving and him talking over it. And then saying one day only streams over and over again. Which is not the vibe, but I do enjoy enjoy any Germa I can get. I do find it a little annoying that the second I unsub to this man, I'm gonna cut out all the pieces and then go in and actually refine them so that they're not a mess when I eventually cut them out all nice and good. The second I unsub to this man, because he's always going on about, don't sub to me, don't give me your money. If you have a Twitch Prime, now is the time to use it on my channel. It'll give you a free sub and you can use the Dave emote. So good at the shilling. Who even needs Dave to shill for me? I can do it myself. Oh, I should, hold on. I'm gonna actually go and pin Dave's silly little message about my Patreon. Because I think that's funny. Pin it! 20 minutes. Perfect. Samir's so right, and Dave said it, and it's true. Prime is like 15. I wish they gave 3 Prime subs. That would be nice. But no, I get it. You hate me, Samir. You don't like supporting the stream. You just go out there and support some other stream. So rude. But yeah, on Saturday, decidedly, I think the channel or the chat decided that I need to do a dessert tier list with all kinds of different desserts, which sounds great to me because I would love to eat sweets and then not feel bad about it because I'm trying to monetize it. Sounds like a great idea. Oh, such a good song. She said about every part of the soundtrack. Thing about me is that I have 2 different copies of the Undertale soundtrack on vinyl, and then I have 1 copy of it in a special edition Undertale soundtrack CD that came with the exclusive PS4 friendship version that came with the locket from the end of the game. Please, Spotify, get it together. But yeah, I would like to do right on everyone in chat who was like, I want to watch you do a dessert stream. And do it now. Ice cream stream tier list followed by exercise stream. Special preview, all of them get Fs. No! Let me tell you what. I love cheesecake. If I could just have like a cheesecake tier list, we would be on to something. Boy howdy. This girl never heard of streaming music on YouTube for free? What do you mean? Secretly, this is also at the end of the year when my Spotify Wrapped comes out, that Toby Fox earns his place in my top 5. Water parks, Toby Fox, Mom Jeans, Modern Baseball, Scene Queen, presumably. Those are my guesses for my top 5. Or instead of Scene Queen, it's gonna be Bo Burnham because I'm mentally ill. So, those are the options we have. These are my Nintendo. Hold on. Stand up, I can show you. Fit check, wow. These are my Nintendo sweats. I got them at the Nintendo store in New York. When I was going up to see a Broadway orchestra do the Kingdom Hearts soundtrack. So, these are like my favorite pair of sweats that I own, and I wear them often. Also, my allergic reaction came back from all of the laundry mishaps I've been having. So, this is also 2 of the only pieces of clothing in my life that aren't giving me horrible hives all over my body right now. I'm having such a great time. I went and worked out at the gym last night, and then I came back, and the back of my knees were just completely destroyed. It was just Hive City back there, and so I had to do a whole fresh load of laundry again. And I'm hoping that this has been working so far. Where's Joe? She missed the fit check. Someone ping her in the Discord. She's in the Discord. You have an important thing to point out? What are you going to point out? Am I going to hate it? Am I going to be very upset that you pointed it out? Because that'll not be good. I'm going to be very upset about that, presumably. Putting his name in the chat overlay? I don't know what that means. I can't see it. Somebody tell me. My sights, my eyeballs, they're too blind for that. My well, hopefully everybody's committing that to memory because I can't unsee that. Will do. That's really funny. Also, hi Warg. Welcome to my weird arts and crafts stream. I probably should have just called it a craft stream. Because I am kind of just sitting here doing the crafting and the such. Which, again, this is something that needed to happen. They love all birds. They sing pretty songs. Like me. I never sing, though. You would like it if I sang, but I don't. Oh, very important news update. For those of you who definitely understand that reference, how many of you have played Undertale? I know Titans hasn't because he's an uncultured piece of trash, but how about the rest of you? Have you not played one of the greatest games ever made, or have you? Do you like to read? Because Titans sure doesn't. Oh wait, what did you just say? You read me a poem about a species of bird called the tit. Tit bird small, fly so high in the big blue sky. They're not all shy. The tweet here and a tweet there. Dave loves watching them everywhere. Hope you like it, Samir. He has such a way with you play Rocket League. Yeah, cause ugh. You just like the sport games. Like a criminal. Not that there's anything wrong with sports games. Especially since some of my favorite games are all golf related because I'm an old white person. But I haven't played Undertale. Here's how much I love Undertale. Hold on, I have to. Hi, Silver Star. Thank you for coming. Hold on, I have to show you guys the stuff and the things because this is very important to me as a person. Usually, if you see me wearing black and white socks, not these. Oh wow, it's my dog's. I have a pair of Undertale socks that I love very much, that I wear a lot on stream, so you've definitely seen them. I've watched it a bunch of times. I feel like I've ruined the playthrough for myself. That's probably true, because I thought when I first saw everyone going feral for Undertale, I was getting this pillow. Just the annoying dog, Toby Fox, like little avatar that he uses as himself, as the self-insert. I love this thing very much. Oh, this is such a good song. I'm gonna say that about every song on the soundtrack. I've also thought that the first time I heard anyone talking about Undertale because people were being insufferable about it, you know? Which is always not a good sign for, the whole, yeah, every song Toby Fox has made for any video game is absolute fire. Everything on the Deltarune soundtrack is great too. I think one of those songs made it into my top 5 one year on Spotify. But, yeah, I really did not know anything about Undertale the first time I played it, is what I realized when I finally got around to it. Because I wasn't watching playthroughs, because I thought, I'll get to it eventually. Everyone says it's a really good game. The fandom, because there's a difference between being, like, a fan of something and being in the fandom. Those are two separate things. The fandom is insufferable a lot of the time, I've found. As someone who has cosplayed from the Deltarune Undertale fandom, the real question is, do they make Undertale underwear? Yes! Fangamer makes a lot of stuff, and if I wanted to get those, I would. But anyway, so I have the pillow and the socks. If I have socks, of course they make underwear. That's just true. But I also, like I said, I have the vinyl, which I'm going to show you. I love it. I'll have to put these back later. Anyway. So I have, this is the Japanese version. This is just, Lynxie shows off all of her cool stuff time now. But yeah, it's got like the cool little artwork of the vinyl on the back. And then it's got this nice image of all of them together in Toriel's house. It's very cute. Is the dress? Yeah, I'm making it for a cosplay. It's the one that I'm currently making for my Patreon. And then this is the special edition It's got like a bunch of different vinyl in it, so it's the full soundtrack on here. And then the thing I really like about this one, I'll take one of them out. They all have different artwork, and the artwork's actually like incredible. I love all of the artwork on these, but every I'm here to vibe. I love that. It's got the little pie on it. I haven't taken these out in a while. It's got pie on this side and then spaghetti for papyrus on this side. Wow! But every different vinyl as part of the soundtrack is a different color, like the souls in the game, and I love that. And then this is the thing I was actually going to show. Pasquetti. Is that a booba on the back? Probably. Or I could be wrong. So I got those two things, and then I have the limited edition, special edition, whatever it was, of the PlayStation 4 version of the game. I really want to get the Switch version of Undertale because there's a special fight for Mew Mew Kissy Cutie, who's one of the character's favorite anime characters in the game. So I wanna see that fight. I've never watched it anywhere. I just know that it exists. And then this is the thing I was actually going to show you guys because this is something I made. Other than I can show you my wig too. If you made me want pasta, pasta's always good. So, like I said, I have already cosplayed from Deltarune. I made this wig. This was the very first wig I ever properly styled with any kind of, any kind of thought behind my eyes, you know? Because sometimes it's like, I brush out the wig and now I'm done. But this is my Noel holiday wig that I made and styled the wigs. I had to cut them. It was a whole thing. These are very stiff. These will not come out of this style. I was very proud of this. So I've got that. I'm very happy with how that wig turned out. It looks really good on. But then this is what I actually wanted to show you guys. Is a carpet. A carpet I made. Just so you know, this is, I hand tied every piece of yellow that you see. I also hand dyed these flowers because they were white when I got them. So the very first thing that happens in Undertale, this is, I cried the first time I heard this song. The first thing that happens when you go into Undertale is you fall down into the underground, right? And you land on this bed of flowers. And I thought, wouldn't that be cool? It's been folded up for a while, so the flowers are a little bit goofed. And I've been meaning to fix it. But I thought, wouldn't it be cool to have a carpet that looks like the bed of flowers that you fall onto in Undertale? So I literally hand cut thousands of pieces of yellow, and I went around for a really long time trying to figure out what kind of fabric I wanted for this. And I hand tied every single piece of yellow on here. It's a very big, it takes up most of my body. It takes up a lot of space. This took a really long time to make. So if you've ever wondered what my hyperfixation is, it's Undertale. But yeah, so I love Undertale, and I love this soundtrack, and it goes really hard. If you haven't played the game, then you absolutely should. It is 100% worth it. I get that a lot of people don't like to read, like Titans. Who hates reading? A crazy person. Who doesn't like to read? How do you find out anything about the world? But, yeah. So I've also made both of my cosplay from Toby Fox things are both Deltarune. I made a Rousey cosplay and a Noel holiday cosplay. I really want to update Rousey because it's Rousey from the first chapter of Deltarune. But it's not from chapter 2. And he wears this cute little outfit in the second game that I'd really like to make. But, yeah. If you want to see Rousey or Noel holiday, they are on my Instagram. This is so funny. I went to the convention in Rousey. The kids loved me. So many kids came up and took my picture. They were like, oh my God, I know who you are, which was very exciting for me. That's very cute. But, day one, I got con crud, and then I spent the rest of the convention dying in my hotel room, except for one time when I went down to the main lobby. She's got like 3 things. Hey, what did you expect from this stream? I'll keep cutting. But I went down to the lobby at one point to pick up food, because the person that I was rooming with couldn't pick it up at the time. And I walked down, and Xavier Woods from the New Day was there. And I took a picture with him really quick. I was like, I'm so sorry, can I get a picture before you? Because he's like a convention guy. He likes going to conventions and just hanging and vibing or whatever, right? So I got to get a picture and meet Xavier Woods at a convention, which is so funny because the year prior at the same exact convention, I paid money to meet him. And then he liked the convention so much he just came back. But, yeah. So, I've only worn Noelle once to a convention. I've only worn Rousey once to a convention. One time I brought Rousey with me to a con, and then I just straight up didn't want to get into it, so I didn't. But, yeah. So I'm hoping in July for Anime Expo that I can either bring maybe Noelle or maybe Rousey, because I still have all of those outfits. I have all of the cosplay I've ever handmade. And I don't like, and I have no problem with this because I have also bought cosplay. Because there's things like my Nezuko cosplay, I could not find a fabric that matched her pink kimono, right? And so I was like, you know what? It would just save me a lot of a headache if I just bought the kimono. So I did buy that. So there's nothing wrong with it, but I don't get any satisfaction from making or wearing a costume if I haven't specifically made it. Like, I don't know how to make a bodysuit, right? So, like, I didn't make the Zero Suit Samus outfit that I've worn on the stream. But, you're the dude guy moved from her dad. Don't be like this. My dad would be so excited that I told that story on stream. I think. Because he loves that kind of stuff. But, what was I saying? I was saying something. I don't remember now. But, oh, yeah, about self-making the costumes. I like the crafting because I feel way more accomplished that I got to do my hobby and I guess show it off at the end. Like, look at this thing that didn't exist. And then I made it and now it exists. That's the part that I like about crafting. So, like, even though I didn't make this pattern, like, I'm gonna make the dress. The dress is going to be the thing that I make, you know? So, I'm much happier doing all of these, like, parts. And, like, I didn't make the STL files for the 3D print, but, like, the 3D printer I'm using is here, and it's making stuff in the 3D printer right now, you know? So, like, I can't do everything because I don't have the skill yet, but I want to learn the skills. And so, yeah, like, at some point, I would love to know how to make a kimono, and I would love to know how to do these things. Like, I know how to do this. My grandmother was a seamstress. Please he'd be proud of something from this stream. My dad doesn't understand the internet very well. Like, he knows how to use it. He loves YouTube. Boy, howdy does he love Googling. He loves searching on DuckDuckGo, which I know my mom probably makes him use. Which isn't a bad thing. I just know that he probably would have used Bing forever on Edge if someone hadn't said, hey, don't use the browser that comes pre-installed on the computer, you know? Like, he's that kind of guy. So, like, he knows how to use the internet, but he sure doesn't, like, understand, like, why people want to do this kind of thing, right? But also, my dad's the kind of guy who's like, you know what you should really try to do? You should try to be a streamer. You love watching them, and you're fun, so why don't you do it? So, like, one of the first people that was like, hey, you should try streaming, was my dad, even though he doesn't get it, which is very endearing, and I like that. And my dad's like, hey, Just do the thing. What's the worst that could happen? My dad is also the kind of guy who's just like, if you try it, you don't like it, at least you did it. You know? So, what is that? There's like, trash. Trash that goes into the ground. Your dad sounds like my kind of guy. Can he be my dad? If you ask really nicely, I'm sure he would allow that. I had a friend growing up, like, that was my best friend for a while, in my adult life, specifically, who literally would come over and be like, hi, Dad, and, like, my dad would be like, yes, I am your father now, apparently. So, my dad is super down with that kind of stuff. I think it's because I think he knows a lot of people had, like, a really rough childhood. Him included. So, even though my dad would never say that out loud, he'd be like, yeah, no, I get that. My dad was like, you want to play video games as a career? That's not a real thing. My dad also doesn't think that a lot of things are real careers, but my dad is also the kind of guy who literally says out loud, you can always just get more money. It's like, I don't know if that's true, but also my dad just was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life. Let me just start my own business. And then he just has his own business. So I think if more people were like my dad, I guess, they'd just do whatever they wanted and it would work out. But that's not how it works for most of us. My dad just fumbles into success like a genius. I wish that I understood. Okay. I have to focus on this part or I'll just screw up both of these straight rectangles. So hold on. I can get back to talking in a second. My dad's also the kind of guy, though, who doesn't tell you when he goes to the doctor and gets important news. You know, most of you have been here at one point or another where I cried on the stream because my dad was stressing me out so much because he's that kind of person who's like, oh, yeah, by the way, here's horrible news, X, Y, and Z, but it's okay because of this other thing that happened that I didn't. Why? Infuriating. How does one increase the ability to get more money? I have no idea. He's just like, you can just get it. You just get more money. You just gotta work for it. You just gotta figure it. My dad's just like just figure it out. You'll figure it out. It'll be okay. And it's like, I don't know that that's how that works. So, you plant your money back in the ground and then 3 days later it grows. I'm gonna go outside and do that right now in the one patch of grass that lives outside my building that the maintenance guys mow so loudly and for so long, once a week. There's not enough grass growing to mow the tiny patch of land every day. Why are you doing that? Okay, I think I have all of my main pieces cut out now because this is all trash down here. So now I just have to actually cut them out for realsies. Teach me the secret art of growing money. Dave not no secret to grow money. Dave just there. But Lynxie say work hard, be kind, and every bit of Dave's help. Consider donating to the stream. Oh, Dave, you have such a way with words. Okay. There are not a ton. Oh, I forgot one thing. Okay, it's a good thing I have my measuring tape here because I have to take my measurements really quick. Wow! You guys don't need to know my measurements, so I'm gonna have this laptop right here. And you're gonna watch me stare at a screen really quick because I have to read the measurements of the pattern or I'll never know. There's instructions on this one, which I'm actually gonna cut out so that I don't lose them. Oh boy, howdy. At some point, my laptop will turn on. And I will not show it to the screen because my real name is just plastered on the front. Wow! And Discord was up. Okay. Everything is muted now. And what have you. Where is the... Okay. Perfect. Wait, am I gonna have to give myself measurements on screen? That's gonna be interesting at best. Okay. This is everything I need. I just need to know which of these lines I need to cut. Because as you'll see, there are multiple lines on every single pattern piece, but I only need one of them. I just don't know which one it is. Because that's always the part I forget to do. Who would do their measurements before starting a pattern? Not me, not I. No. It should be fine though. I just go like, I'm like a medium. Like a small medium. So one of these is bound to work. But I think this might also be done in, yeah, it's in UK sizes. So, we'll see. I might know a thing or two or about a thing or two at the end of this. It's hard to say. Okay. These are all the things I need to measure for. And these pieces I don't need to measure for because they're going to be spaghetti straps that hold up the neck piece. I think I should also mention that this is like a, not that they're a monetary value to Dave's. Maybe one day there will be. I hope nobody can read your typing visually. It would be weird if you could. You know what? Somebody probably can. Which is concerning at best, so I'll turn it this way so that you can't see it. Wow. What was I gonna say? Password is probably I love Dave. Don't worry, I'm going to unlist this stream. I'll download it immediately and then delete it. Forever. I don't know. I'll do something. For those of us that don't know a damn thing, they put multiple sizes on there and expect you to measure, then cut around that. Yeah. So, oh, this one doesn't. This is in the wrong pile now because I kind of just assumed that there would be a different size for the ribbon. The dress I'm making is a sleeveless halter neck dress. So it's going to just be regular dress at the bottom, right? And I'm going to have to kind of mess with the size. Because on the... I saw the password, gonna do hacker stuff now, hold on. Oh no! I get so lost talking to you guys sometimes. What a hecking mess. This is what it sounds like in my brain, just so you guys know. Oh, the dress pattern pieces, yeah. So there's several hundred pieces. You can see the lines. And so really, for the most part, not a lot of patterns are accessible. A lot of the ones I get now, thankfully, go from like extra small to like 4XL, which is really nice. So like all of the different lines equate to a size, right? They're standardized sizes. Standardized in heavy quotations. Because not one kind of pattern fits everyone, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure out my measurements for one. Cut out whichever one I need. It's probably gonna be the smallest one, but I don't want to assume that, and I don't want to have to print out 30 more pages because that would be a nightmare. And then I'm going to cut the fabric. But really, all I'm gonna try to do is line up try to do it in one continuous cut, right? Because the thing about patterns is that as long as you cut them okay, if you don't want the smallest size and you need to go up, you just keep the outer piece and then I can just go from there. So if it doesn't fit right the first time and it needs to be larger, in theory, I can just tape these other lines back on and figure out which one I need the most. I think I'll need the smallest because I'm tiny and little and dumb. But in theory, like this is the piece that's gonna go right here, right? Like this is the front that goes around like this. And then this one right here, because most of them also say what part they are on them. These two should connect, and then this one will go around my back. So the dress that I'm trying to, small queen, I'm so tiny. It's because I'm half Japanese, and my tiny little Asian grandma was about my height, and also was a seamstress. I don't know if I've probably mentioned that, or I probably got myself cut off halfway through. But my grandma, growing up, did a lot of craft fairs for money. she would make like, oh my god, she made all these cute little dolls. Actually, I have a couple that she would sell at craft fairs, but she also made like doll clothing for like Barbie dolls and stuff. She made me like all of these. She used to make these really cute sleeping bags for my dolls when I was growing up, and like clothing, and like she could do all of it. I wanted to learn really bad from her growing up, which is why I sew now, because I desperately wanted to be like my grandma, because she made all these cool things and I was like, that didn't exist. And then she just and like did it, and then it existed, and I always thought that was amazing. She was a terrible teacher. My grandmother was terrible at teaching. One time I asked her, I used to, growing up, because, you know, I wanted to be an illustrator, so I would make all of these crazy, fantastical fashion designs, and then I would show them to my grandma and be like, Grandma, show me how to make this. And she would, like, start out trying to show me what to do, and then she would get really frustrated, and then just do it all herself and hand it to me. There, it's done, and I'm like, no, I wanted to know how you did that. Because I would show her a drawing, right? When I was growing up, I would show her the drawing, and then it would just exist in the world because she could do it. Crazy. I remember making something similar to this top. It was this halter cut that tied in the back, but then like came down at a point. It was very early 90s, early 2000s, for what that's worth. Who's the tallest in chat? Whom's just to say, most women get, how dare you, Samir? Measure never cut endlessly. I mean, kind of. But yeah, so she would make all this stuff and I never learned how to make it. And now I'm trying. So some of the stuff that I've shown you, like some of the cosplays, I made that and it's cool. And I figured out how to do all these extra things. I used to be a very good cross stitcher, but my wrists hurt because I'm old. And Hopes and Dreams is so good. Ron Gucci did Save the World and Hopes and Dreams in concert. So 10 out of 10, good experience. Huh. Oh god. Anyway, let me walk around here. Oh god, there's lightsaber. All kinds of others. Or maybe I can use the lightsaber to get what I'm trying to. Wish you guys could see. I'm sure you can kind of sort of hear it. Oh boy, oh man, I think I got it close. Can you even hear me? I'm just talking to myself. Anyway. So, growing up, back to what I was saying, my grandmother, 70, I'm 69 inches, would make these little dolls and then sell them. This one is just a little man. It's a little man that tells you where all of the pains on your body come from. There's one on here that just says indigestion. There's shingles and prostate trouble right in the center. I love this thing. Anyway, my grandmother made this and would sell stuff like this at craft fairs when I was growing up. But she used to make, yeah, little guy. Maybe that's where I got the little guy thing from. I never thought about that. But yeah, she used to sell these. They're called Damn It dolls. I don't know where they came from. I just know that they were really big at craft fairs, this kind of stuff. Because it's like a stress relieving thing. I'm gonna move my laptop so as to not destroy it when I do it here in a second. Brother is also the tallest. It'd just be like that. So they're Damn It dolls where you're supposed to hold them like this and you yell damn it out loud and you go like this. And that's what a Damn It doll is. It's it's a stress relieving thing that when you get mad, you grab it and you just whack it on something. I'm 5'10", I'm the tallest in my family. I still failed to hit the cutoff. Oh no. I am the shortest in my family. My family is not very big though, since I am an only child. So take that for what you will, but I have two fairly short parents. Not short, they're average size. They're taller than me by a considerable amount for what that's worth. But I am very short at 5'2". Sad you don't eat it. Oh, I honestly at this point I don't even do this anymore with it. Because I don't want to hurt it, and it's like one of the only things I have of my grandmother's that's like tangible that I can hold. You can also do this. This is another thing that you do with them. like choke them. let me demonstrate what you're supposed to do with the doll. But yeah, they're just like stress relievers. Should Lizzie smash plushes on the table or hug them tightly? Think she should hug? I hug it. So, anyway, she made stuff like this and would sell it at craft fairs while I was growing up. I go visit her. She had this other friend who slowly became like somewhat important to me. She was like family kind of thing, you know, because they did all of these craft things together. So I would go over there all the time. She had this, it was one of those like split level houses. So you would walk in and it was the basement, and then the upstairs you'd have to walk up towards. But you would go in to the like front door and it was this whole big crafting room. So my grandmother, when, cause my grandmother on my dad's side lived with us growing up, like I've said many times before. So my dad would drive her over. Do you want to be on a hoodie? Dave on a hoodie sounds fun. I'd really like to make a new Dave design, because the one I already made is really cute. But where's the design that I already made of Dave that you can get on Etsy? Wow, look at me shill, look at me go. Is really cute, but I've been working, and by working I mean I've kind of done some of the concepts for new emotes of Dave doing different emotions, and I still need to make the little Dave subscriber badge with all the different hats. So yeah, I vote you do another Lynxie stream for Dave art and have the community work on designs together with you. There is! Hold on, somebody quickly ask Dave about my Etsy. Somebody quick. Dave, tell them about the Etsy. But yeah, I made little merch. So he has his little silly head is on hats, and I made little silly mugs of Dave that I gave out as donation incentives for no! Etsy, nice place. Maybe at least, oh god, dang it, Dave. Hold on. I got this. Kind of. Oh, I forgot. Command Etsy. I'm so smart. Sometimes I make things. Sometimes I elevate the stream. Okay. I have this. I have to do my measurements really quick. You're gonna see them live on stream. You could make a me at home. Wow. Which ones do I need? Bust, waist, and hip. Okay. Well, you guys get to see how big my boobs are now. I guess that A+ streamer for getting her own commands. Look, I made it recently, right? That's neither here nor there. Oh, speaking of things that were my grandmother's, as I measure my boobs with it, this was hers. I use this all the time. It came out of her sewing machine setup, which I have. It's right behind me back there. Okay. Oh, this is in all kinds of measurements. Okay. So a rounding is not going to cut it for this. I thought you were going to say, got your grandmother's boobs. No, I have bigger boobs than that. No offense to my grandmother, I guess, but her tiny little Asian frame did not have the big booba that my mom does. Okay. And that one, I'm going to write it here. How do I hide my measurements? You guys can see them. I do it here on the side, and then like this. So this one was and then I need waist, which good thing I don't have a shirt on, so I can do this really quick. Okay, that one was easy. This is gonna be weird. Because I'm between sizes. So I'm going to have to make my best guess. Yeah, because I'm like between 3 different sizes right now. Which isn't great. But it'll have to do, boy howdy. And then I'm going to do my hips off screen. Because, you know, I have to move the pants down a little bit, so I'm gonna walk off screen to a mirror where you can't see me, because that would be against TOS, and then I'll be back. You know, I'm pretty sure I know what size I want now. I'm not 100% on it. I might want to do this in centimeters. The nice thing is that the back of the ruler, this side is inches, this side's centimeters. Wow! Okay, I'll be back. Zoom enhance. Be sure to give Dave the scissors while you're off stream. Oh, okay, he's in charge of the crafting now. Watch out, he's got scissors. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. I have figured out the measurements. Can I get a Dave mug? I want. Yeah, there's a bunch of different. Actually, hold on. Sorry, I have to get up again because I'll show you the Dave mug. You'll have to see it back here where it'll be in focus instead of up close. I'll show it up close, but it'll be very blurry. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. I feel like I need to make art of him in the hot tub. Anyway. Wow, look. It's a Dave mug. There he is. Watch out. Wow, look. There we go. It's Dave. I said Dave. This is my art of Dave. Wow, look at how blurry it is. Hold on, hold on. Hold. Hold. Kind of, focused. I'll leave it over here. You can see it. Perfect. We love mirroring. Also, I should point out, every time you see me get up and I've walked over this cutting mat, that's not good. I shouldn't be doing that. However, comma, I once accidentally ironed something on there, so it is warped. So I can't make it any worse than it already is, which is why I'm doing that. But don't do that. Hey, if you have a really expensive, because they're expensive cutting mat, don't do what I just did. No, I just genuinely, it's already goofed, and I can't goof it any worse than I already did. So it no longer matters. Okay. Back to what I was doing. I was writing down my measurements. This one. This one is like this. So based on the numbers, this is the thing about patterning too, because there's a general measurement for all of them. My first number puts me at a 6, and my waist measurement puts me at an 8. But then my hip measurement puts me at a 2. So how deal with this? I'm gonna go off of the bust number because that's where I'll need the most fabric. And it is equivalent, kind of. So I need to cut out the third one, I guess. Yes, I need to cut on the third line, which is frustratingly annoying. So I'm gonna cut out the other things first. I think it's getting deleted today. Oh my god. Yeah, I also had to unlist it because it got copyright claimed by a bunch of nerds that were copyrighting the Wii Shop music. Apparently, when you're not Nintendo, you can just claim Nintendo music. I didn't know that. Here we are. So, it is what it is, I guess. Probably also gonna just see me intently staring down a lot. I might get my X-Acto knife to do some of these curves because that might actually be easier. But for these long pieces that I just need to cut straight lines on, you're just gonna see me sitting here doing scissor asthma, you know? It was actually a really good stream. Not like, not in quality, but the number. Honestly, Silver Star, just watch like 5 seconds of it. Because the stream never really changes from what you're seeing in that thumbnail. That is the whole stream. It was just straight up a bunch of people overnight, because it's like a, I don't know, a 12-hour stream or something like that. At first I was monitoring it heavily because it was funny to have this stream of my little tiny bear sitting there like a cam girl. And then it slowly just was, I went to bed and I left him up doing his thing. It's always funny to wake up the next morning after a stream like that, where an unmonitored stream, and then see that people were just giving him money. It's very funny. People really enjoyed it though, which was funny. They were like, wow, Dave, you're so good at Fortnite. Or, this is the kind of quality I'm coming for. But like everybody being, Dave got like a ton of followers too. I love that people love Dave. Because I just made him as a going away present with a friend. Like they knew I was moving and they were like, let's go do Build-A-Bear before you leave. Or let's go adopt bears before you leave. Stream on this channel in a while. It's quality. I don't know what to tell you. And now he's become like bigger than just a nice gift that a friend bought me. Because I went into going to do the, you know, the experience where we had just been talking about like, oh, well, person has never done the experience, right? So we should go do it. And I was like, oh, that would be so fun. And so we went and adopted bears. You get to make the whole birth certificate. You get, if you haven't been, I don't know who's done it. Just paid for Dave. He's an icon. Aw. What am I trying to say here? If you haven't done it, there's this little section before they stuff you, because they're all just these flat plushes in these like buckets or whatever, right? And so when you go, before you stuff them and they like do the back, there's this little area where you like put a heart in. I haven't been since 3 years old. It wasn't even around when I was 3. That's a crazy thing to think about. But you get to put a heart in the bear. You get these little tiny red satin hearts. And they tell you to make a wish on the heart and kiss it. And the wishes don't come true if you tell people what they were, so I'm not gonna tell you what I wished for. But Dave is meeting expectations. And then you get to stuff the little heart in there. It's very cute. Sometimes you can put a noise in them. You get a little voice box that you can record your own voice box, which is actually kind of cool. You like walk up to the little stand and you say whatever you want, and then I'll play it. Wow, the people saw bare ass and was like, let me donate to this thing. You gotta love it. Dave is great. Where is Bill? Bill, where are you? This is imposter Dave. Bill, obviously. To be a 30-year-old woman kissing a satin heart in a store full of 30-year-olds. Hey, there were multiple of us there too. Anyway, so they sound like this. I love you. I love you. Crazy. Anyway, my friends made this for me when I was 16. They made it for my birthday. Dressed him up all fancy like. Anyway. So there's like a bunch of cute things you can do, but all I did was put a heart into him. And then they just happened to be running a Mario, Super Mario line when we were there. So of course I put him in Luigi because Luigi's my favorite. But I did not expect him to be, where did I put the scissors? Behind me. To be such an icon. He almost looks like Dutch. Like, you mean Dutch Vanderland? From Red Dead Redemption? Imposter Dave looks like Red Dead Dave. Or Red Dead Bill. I'm making a stylized Bill and I think you'll love it. I'm so excited to see it, Silver Star. All the stuff you make is so cute. I always like seeing all of it. It makes my day. Because I just made a silly little bear, you know, and I did his birth certificate. I've shown it before. We did a Dave birthday stream. But, like, his name is really Dave. This is the other thing about Dave's name. Besides that, I was like, oh god, oh man. I gotta think of names for the bear. They make you do the birth certificate before you buy it. So, like, it prints out at the register and then you buy it and they hand you the birth certificate or whatever. My indecision in life is awful. And so basically that is all to say that I panicked in the moment and I was like, oh god, what's a good name for a bear? Is the bear a boy or a girl? Which, it's a bear. It's a stuffed animal. I don't think it mattered, but I was like, oh, what's my little guy's name? And, you know, because I call everything a little guy. So in my mind, I was like, it's a boy, obviously, duh. So he got the name Dave because I'm really bad at choosing. Me? Have a hard time choosing things in life? Not once. Also a banger off the soundtrack. I'm going to say that about every song because they're all wonderful. But I particularly like this one because you don't hear it for very long. And the quiz is like such a good part of the game. So, you know. Imagine a world where his name was like Gus or something. Ugh. I don't know. I don't even have any attachment to anything named Gus, so that would have never... If anything, his name would have been Gerard. If I named it after another thing that I have a huge attachment to. Boy, howdy would have been My Chemical Romance themed. Yes, yes. Gus, nice name, but Dave's special to Lynxie in chat. Aw. He's right. He's not wrong about what he said at all. That's real and true. Dave's my special little guy. I love that I showed him off in my Zero Suit Samus outfit. And the rest was history. Wow. Dave's been a part of the stream since before I got affiliate status. He just stuck around that much. People love the Dave. Now Dave's the star. It's true. I like, one of the guys that comes in, killer.exe, like, came in during a Lords of the Fallen stream, as I mercilessly shat all over it because I just didn't like it. And he stayed for Dave, and every once in a while, Killer will come in here and be like, where's Dave? I'm just like, fuck yeah. That guy loves my bear. He was demoted from being the profile pic, though. What do you mean? Oh, because of that, like, week where I had him as my head? Oh, someone in the chat, I'm not gonna name names, IT man, said that it had to be a different drawing that I worked really hard on. So that is why I'm no longer have the Dave head. Even though I liked that, I thought it was funny to put the Dave head on top of a drawing of myself. Because they were both drawings I did. And it makes sense. Dave's also the star of the show. What I really need to do, the drawing I did of myself is really good. And I like, you know, like Smallant and Point Crow and a couple other people have these cute little drawings of themselves, but if, like, my emotes aren't gonna be of me and they're gonna be of Dave, I need to make a new profile picture. So my avatar, do you call them that anymore? Do you call them avatars, or is there some new hip name for them that I don't know? My avatar needs to be of myself, of like a real picture. You should draw yourself hugging Dave or something. It was a Dave mask. Dave was here since before I've been here. Yeah, and you've been here a really long time, Silver Star. You came during one of my worst moments ever. That's so funny. Which is why I think it's so funny when you always come back, because I remember you as that guy who showed up when I was having the biggest trauma in a maze. that I did off stream. I got so upset. We stopped the stream and then I did some some stream. I know. I did some stream work off stream. And then I came back the next day and it was fine. But I didn't realize that people were like telling me not to do the maze because it was just stupid hard. It doesn't read, like, the instructions don't read right. Oh no. And the story is about him, which is even worse. I still say Avatar. Don't say it like that. You know what? That's how you know Samir is old. All of the stream is story time. Yeah, because all I'm doing is cutting paper right now. If this is the pattern I end up liking, though, I'm going to transfer it to nicer paper. Because, like, the letter paper from the printer is fine. But if I want to reuse this pattern, which I probably will, because the dress is really cute, and I could see myself using extra, because, like, the thing about me is that I always buy too much fabric. You gotta get all the stories. Yeah. Whiskey used to always call it Lynxilore, which is why on the back of the cards it says Lynxilore. But, yeah, no, I guess streaming is really just talking a bunch about yourself, right? Or some interest you have. And as much as I'm sure you guys would love to hear me sit here and talk about pro wrestling again, I don't think that this is the target audience for that. Even though Double or Nothing was last night, and they set Luke Perry's son on fire, which is a crazy thing to think about. Because Jack Perry is also apparently just a crazy man now. Who knew all that Jack Perry needed was to grow a beard and become a bad guy, and then he was gonna be, like, hyphy as fuck. Does anybody still say hyphy? I just realized I said that out of my mouth without thinking. Does anybody use that term anymore? Or is that another, like, old person term? I never thought that I would get to this stage where I just am saying phrases, and then I have to, like, sit there for a really long time and think about whether that's something that the kids say now. No, H-Y-P-H-Y. Like hype, but hyphy. People used to say that all the time when I was playing League. Like, that was a really hyphy moment. Oh god, but I played League when the seasons were like... in season 4 of League of Legends. Why not just hype? I don't know. I don't know why the kids say anything they say. I remember when they were doing sheesh and then they would go like this. Why did that start? I don't know. I just know it happens. Good song, good song. Good end to a fight song. Because this is like the pivotal moment in the neutral run of the game. It's before everything goes bad. I guess everything has gone bad before this point, but it's a great neutral and fight song. Pog, fellow gamers. I still say Pog all the time. I've still never understood sheesh. The thing is, like, I say geez and ah gosh and sheesh. Like, I've said those words my whole life, and then the Zoomers. Samir, are you young enough to be considered a Zoomer? Are you in the Zoomer category? Or are you a millennial? I know it doesn't fucking matter. But okay, so you're a Zoomer. Do you know why the Zoomers decided that sheesh was a thing? I have to use you as, I guess, my barrier for, like, you're almost as old as me, but you're young enough that you understand why words might have worded. 98 is the cutoff. Ugh. Oh, that hurt me. What does that mean? Like shit? I don't understand. You walk between both worlds. Yeah, you're like in this awkward stage where where, like, you should be old enough to be considered. I honestly thought I was gonna start reading the Bee Movie because it was the according to, and I was like, oh no, Samir, why would you do this? According to Merriam-Webster, the first known use of the word sheesh may trace back to 1955 and was used to express disappointment, annoyance, or surprise. The word definition has slightly changed, allowing it to be used as a positive expression of surprise rather than one of annoyance. This has become the dominant way of using the phrase around 2017. Ugh! In the before time. I thought sheesh was a thing before that. Is sheesh new? I've been using sheesh forever. No. When kids used to go sheesh and then they would go like this. Do you remember that? You remember when that was a thing? And I super didn't understand it. I just was like, oh, sheesh. It's how I just go, oh god. And like whenever I'm feeling awkward or I can't remember something, I do the whip. I don't know how the whip started, the whipping and the nay-naying. I know it's like a song or something. It's a dance, obviously. I know that much. But I don't remember why or whom's or the context. So I'm saying, yeah, I've always said the phrase sheesh, but I don't know why the Zoomers like adopted it. But again, that's more of a me thing. Oh no, it's a it's a positive thing. That's a really funny example. Sheesh. You gotta do it in that high-pitched voice where you go, sheesh. Talking about Zoomers and then the song comes on, I don't think it's, I refuse to let Bone Trousel, which is a banger of a song. That's how you know a song's good. If you hear the song from a video game soundtrack and you can say the name of the song and not the moment it's from, that's how you know it's a banger. That's just real. I refuse to let the Zoomers co-opt Undertale as their own thing. Anyone who was born in the 2000s doesn't get to co-opt this. I don't think that's fair. Because, like, if you think about it, Undertale is just a... Oh, God. An Earthbound ROM hack. An extremely impressive and phenomenal and its own thing ROM hack. Which is whatever, right? Like, that's not a big deal. But, I would imagine there isn't... No, I would know, because they're Zoomers, that there was no Zoomer alive when Earthbound came out. So, Undertale is an everyone thing. I think that was the point I was making, is that sometimes people just like what they like, and it can't just be... I watched a TikTok earlier today. As you do when you post your own TikToks, you watch for a second. And there was a guy talking about how this girl sent him a Snapchat, which I guess is an app that younger people like now, which is fine, whatever. But he was saying, like, the girl gave me a peace sign. And so, you know, to do it back, I sent a peace sign. I sent a selfie of me doing a peace sign. He's like, and you know what I got back? I got booed. She said, you just did the millennial peace sign. And I was like, what does that mean? I still don't understand what it means, and no one else in the comments did. But what did that girl mean when she said you do a peace sign like a millennial? Is there a difference? I thought we all just, you know? Apparently not. Millennial Zoomer and then Alpha or whatever they are now. The next one is Alpha, and their humor scares me. I genuinely do not understand. I get now why as a kid the adults are like, I don't get it. Why is this funny? I literally need someone to explain things to me so desperately now. When you tilt your head into the peace sign, it's the old, like this. So you just throw up a peace sign and take the picture. You don't go. Lynxicat is an old... My bones crack funny when I get up. Wrong? If I get up the wrong way, It's just all over. So I know for a fact now that I'm old, and I feel it every day of my life. So I don't know what to tell you guys. You need to look depressed for the peace sign to look cool and hip. The peace sign is not a cool and hip thing, though, for the young kids to do. I don't believe it, because if peace sign from 70s, if we're just gonna, like, it's not, like, we're just using, like, you think Woodstock and hippies and blah blah blah, whatever, like, that's clearly an older generation thing. So the younger generation being like, oh, you're doing that in this way? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Everyone does the peace sign the way that everyone has always done peace signs, I thought. Which is to do it at all. I didn't know that there was a wrong way to do it if you're old. You have to do it like the young kids. I like the peace sign, the rest of Gen Z can sue me. I agree. Get him, Silver Star. Tell him. Like, I genuinely don't care, obviously, because I do peace signs all the time. I also love doing this one, which I know means fuck you. Because it's the up yours thing. In other countries, doing this is mean. It's like flipping someone off. But I like doing that one. Because I think it's funny. But, yeah. I don't understand a lot of the things that divide how a millennial does it and how a Zoomer does it. I saw a comment on a TikTok earlier today. A different TikTok than the peace sign TikTok. Which is so much weirder. The future is now old one. You could even revert back to the thumb up. I feel like a lot of people are doing that now, though. Because of Fallout. Like, people are obsessed with Fallout, who have never played the game. And guess what? Guess what disappointment awaits you? Is the midway point of any Bethesda game where you go, yes. I was playing a Bethesda game the whole time. Todd Howard got me. I feel like the thumbs up is like, different now because of that. Because the Vault Boy does it. And they made it like a thing in the show. It was incredible that they gave it lore. Let me be clear about that. It's incredible that they gave that like its own backstory, and I love that. And it was fantastic. The show is phenomenal. It's just it's Bethesda, and it's Todd Howard getting away with making mediocre games on a game engine that's too old. The fact that Elder Scrolls 6 might never come out, or when it does come out, it'll be on the same engine as Skyrim, tilts me. It makes me so mad. Lynxie hates us. Look, I have a lot of strong opinions. Alright? I love complaining. You guys know this. This is true. You've been here long enough to know that complaining is like my favorite pastime. I'm so good at it. What is it? Goated with the sauce or whatever the kids say. I think saying things are goated is also an old person phrase now. Which is an odd thing to think about. Because, like, being the goat is transcendent of age. But I think saying goated now is an old person thing. Did you clear bit leader? I'm number 1 with 1 bit. I have no idea how it works. Maybe it does reset weekly. I've seen other streams where they, like, rack up over time, but I have no idea. I would not know. Okay. So, maybe there is a way to change that, or maybe I don't know when it resets either. It could be weekly. It might also just be a case of, like, there's some setting I don't know about, or I just don't get enough bits that it's worth the great server in the sky remembering, you know? So who knows? Boy, I can't wait to finish doing the paper part of this. To the sir. It tracks up until it... Yeah, but we're like, we don't know when the time it's done tracking is. Quickly, somebody Google it. Do you think that the people at Microsoft really thought that Bing was gonna catch on? Like we were all just gonna tell each other to Bing stuff? Who's using Bing? Does anybody know anybody who uses Bing? Because that's wild if true. Again, like I said, my dad is that target demographic who doesn't know that you don't have to open up the first browser pre-installed onto the laptop you buy. So maybe it is just old people that don't want to learn how to use technology using Bing. Like, do you ever hear anyone say, oh, my preferred web browser is Bing? No. Because that would be a lie. I wish that my preferred web browser wasn't Google. But it's easy. And there's little to no competition. Again, stuff like DuckDuckGo does exist, and that's all well and good. But Google has a monopoly on the market. On several hundred markets. I use Chrome. I also use... Well, no, I use a combination of different ones. This is where you find out the stream has a sponsor with Opera GX, and then I tell you all about it. Someday. Earlier today, I got an email that was like, you're being offered a sponsorship from enter company name here. And I thought, that's how you know I've made it. Wow. But I didn't read it. Because it was one of those like blanket ones I think they send to everyone. So until it says my name on it, ginger ale is the soda flavor. That's not the brand. We want a ding dang Canada Dry sponsorship. Oh my god, my life would be elevated if I had a sponsorship from Canada Dry. I am the biggest proponent of Canada Dry specific ginger ale, let me tell you what. You know that when someone only knows you as that girl who has 10 billion cans of ginger ale at her house, that's how you have a problem. I'm okay with the problem, though. You corrected. I started using Chrome because of school. Put Dave on cam? What do you mean? He is on cam. He's right there. It's Dave. Unless you want me to bring him closer. Because Dave is on camera, right behind me. Always watching over me. He's a very good supervisor. Dave on the can. Hello, Officer Vanessa. Long time no see. Welcome, welcome. That's marketing. Then pour it on a Dave mug. I've been busy. It's all good, Officer Vanessa. I too have been busy. In the time you've been gone, I was did my stream lag? It looks like it did. In the time you've been gone, I went to the Five Nights at Freddy's pop-up. That was in Hollywood. And I dressed up as Vanessa. And it was very magical for me. I'd like to think I did that for all of the Officer Vanessas of the world. Even a child walked up to me and said, "Are you doing this as part of the movie?" And I thought, I've truly made it. It was a W, truly. Real and true. It was also very cool. It was just like a cool billboard. I really hope for the second movie they do another one. But like you can walk into it. But also, I would imagine that for the next movie, because you'd imagine it comes out around Halloween time again, right? I think that because they had them at, what is it called? At Universal Halloween Horror Nights? I'd imagine they'll do something FNAF again. And I would like to go. I think that would be magical. If I was you, I would be hiding from kids, honestly. When I was a teacher, this was the true, like, barometer for, am I gonna be someone who enjoys children or not? I was like, ugh, I can't do it. So I don't teach anymore for that reason, because I was like, no, oh, child, get away. I'm no good at this. And then the trash goes on the ground. Wow. Okay. So most of my spaghetti strap pieces are done. I have one more to go, and then we can get to the main dress pieces. But there's this cute ribbon piece that loudly clicks stuff in the background. That is not gonna go on my dress, I don't think. But again, like I said, I like this pattern enough that if it does work out, I'd like to make one outside of just the cosplay I'm making. My god, sometimes I don't remember. Is an interesting way to phrase that. What? There are people who love being teachers because they love teaching children, and I am just not that person, is what I'm at. I think I would get fired if I was a teacher. I didn't get fired. I just straight up walked in halfway through the school year at one point. I just walked in and I was like, hey, you're gonna have to find someone else because I'm not good at this. I can't do it. That's how you know I was a good teacher. I was like, you, in the second quarter of the year, need to quickly find my replacement by the third quarter. Now that did work out for me because I was at a private school. And for what this is a weird thing when it's not an accredited school, because I'm not accredited to be a teacher. I didn't go to college to be a teacher. I just went to art school, and they were like, she clearly can teach art. Because those who can't do teach, I guess. I don't really know. But, the parents really liked me because they could tell I didn't give a shit about their kids, I think. So, I was more invested in them doing it right instead of coddling their child. I had no desire to coddle their children. One time, because I did stay on as the supervisor of the, daycare, which I did like. That I was great at. Please move back to the mic. What do you mean? Is this better? Can you hear me better now? Yeah, exactly. I'm just terrible with children. I just have no desire. But I was great at supervising them and giving them fun little activities to do. One time I had a kid after school who was crying because I was really close with the janitorial staff. Especially one woman. At the end of the year, I bought her a salad spinner, and she cried, and it made me feel so good. That she was so touched from my gift because we had talked. She was like, I really want to get back into eating healthy, and I really want to get back into making salads. Is blah, blah, blah. And I was like, you should get a salad spinner. She was like, I can't afford one. So at the end of the year, I went and bought her a salad spinner because I'm great. She cried, and it was wonderful. Anyway, this woman was usually in my area where I did aftercare, daycare, whatever you call it, at schools. And there was a kid that was crying. He was sobbing because I wouldn't let him. He had messed up during the day. You don't get to do the activity you want to do if you behave poorly. You know what I mean? So this mother walked in and looked at this child sobbing by himself at a table, all by himself, because he was being punished, whatever. She was like, what's wrong with him? And I said, I told her, he did a bad thing, so now he's being punished. And she goes, well, sucks to suck. And then she got her kid and fucking left. So the parents liked me because I was no nonsense. Don't do this with scissors at home. No, yeah, definitely don't listen, or don't do as I do. But yeah, I was not meant to be a teacher because of the no nonsense part of it. I think, going back to the thing about my grandmother, she was not a good teacher. She was just a good maker or a crafter, whatever you want to call it. But I think a lot of people that have multiple crafting hobbies consider themselves makers, right? Which maybe that's what I would consider myself, is a maker. But I like to make so many different things that it would be disingenuous to be like, this is the only thing I like to do. Step to do when seeing a kid cry. Step 1, hide. Step 2, run away. Step 3, go to dark shadows. True. Leave me alone. I'm not good at this thing. So, Yeah, children and I don't mix well. Animals, boy howdy, I'm very good with them. Because this is like, can you read what an animal needs in an allotted amount of time so that you do a good, right? And like children are complex because they're not fully formed like human beings yet because their brain hasn't like matured enough for them to, you know, be on your level or whatever. But the thing I did find with kids is that if you talk to them like they are on your level, they respect you way more. And they're more likely to listen to you. And I think that a lot of parents could maybe not treat their children like they're dirt garbage. But again, that is another thing that I learned when teaching, is that a lot of parents don't want to parent their child. They just want to send them off and have someone else take care of them. And it made me sad, so I stopped teaching. That before become a Twitch streamer. I wish that I had that done. I don't know how to make that happen, Officer Vanessa. You are not the first person to try to use that command. And I straight up just don't know how to set it up. Because I'm silly and dumb. I could tell you, though. Jesus. You have been subbed for almost a full year. Your your follower anniversary is in 2 days. Too much of a like. So you have been around a while, Officer Vanessa, and I appreciate that. I'm glad that you came back at all. It's so funny, because, like, you and Silver Star, specifically, not you, Samir, how dare you? You haven't been around long enough? You were around for, like, OG. I had no idea what the heck I wanted to do with this stream kind of stuff. And I appreciate that you stuck around. Now I wonder how long I've been around. I can tell you. You guys followed me on the same day. That's crazy. So it'll be a year for you too, Silver Star. I always come back. Let's go. I was so excited to see the Matthew Lillard picture of him in the Springtrap costume for the announcement of 2. That's gonna be so good. Did they say... I think it might have said December, so maybe I was wrong about the Halloween thing. But I want to say it said December 2025. Either way, I am very much looking forward to it. I would like to think that maybe they would follow the not necessarily the exact theming of the games, because 2 is a prequel, right? But I think it would be fun if it was a prequel, just not as far back as in the actual game more, right? Because, like, the classic "Is that the bite of 87" comes from 2. Coming out in December and filming October due to oh, okay. The Wednesday stream is their 1-year follower stream. Yeah. Sounds like an excuse to get cheesecake. It might be. I'll get cheesecake. Making a carrot cake for my birthday. Is that what was 8 days ago? Well, happy belated birthday. Carrot cake sounds delicious. Honestly, just cake in general sounds delicious, though. Maybe that's just a me thing. Like I said, I used to not be into sweets at all, like, and I'm still not into candy. I'm not interested in candy at all. Because that's just straight sugar, which is very rich, because I would have died without soda a couple of streams. As a lot of you saw. But, I think I just like proper desserts. I think it's just that I don't like candy. Like, on Halloween, it was like, it's fun to go out and get a lot of candy. I liked the act of getting the candy. I just didn't want to eat it. I just wanted... I guess it makes sense. I'm sitting here doing a cosplay prep stream, right? I just liked the act of dressing up, and it felt like the candy was the reason that I got to dress up. So getting the candy meant I got to stay in the costume longer. When I guess really all I needed to say is I just want to be in a costume. And my parents would have been like, yes, go ahead and do that. I came when Dark Souls 1 destroyed her PC. Well, you're not wrong. I came during Helen State. You did. I was Vanessa. And I've taken really neato photos since then of my Vanessa. And I'd love to update it. I'd also love to do Vanny. I think doing Vanny would be really fun. Because I've never made a bodysuit. Or any kind of foam, like, filters, batting, furniture foam. I've never worked with that as, like, a sculpting medium. So maybe we all learn how to make a fursuit together. I think that's really what I'm saying here. Now that I have the 3D printer, I would love to make an animatronic suit. I think that that would be really cool. Because I could finish it really good. But for Vanessa, I feel like because hers is like a handmade costume, she waltzes around in the pizzeria in the Pizzaplex. That would be I already got suits. Oh, that's so fantastic. Back to back 4 ads, total of, oh my goodness. So sorry, Silverstar. Yeah, no, I think that doing a hand-sewn bodysuit for Vanny would be the right way to go instead of a 3D print. I don't think it would make much sense to do a 3D print. Unless it was of the mask from Help Wanted. The one in the maze, in the corn maze. That one I can see being 3D printed, but like the full-fledged suit from Security Break, I think it would only look good if it was sewn. So yeah. I would have to watch you on incognito and alternate account if you make a fursuit. What do you mean? We good, I'm free. Perfect. Sounds like you need more cosplay streams in the future. Live stream of the fashion district and sewing. That would be a fun IRL stream. Where you guys just come with me to the fashion district and I like go around trying to find fabric. I don't know if that would make other people feel uncomfortable though, because my fear with doing an IRL stream is that I don't want anyone that didn't like explicitly say like I'm okay with being on camera feeling like they need to get on camera because I'm doing content out in the world. Because that feels so douchey. And I don't want anyone to feel like they have to like be performative because I'm being performative or whatever. Also, the other thing about going out into the world is that I am kind of like a very quiet to myself person. For the most part. Especially when I'm doing stuff like this. So like this is more talking or like extra brain power than I would usually use while crafting because I usually like to be so focused. So I worry that a stream like that might be boring, but also I don't, is this boring? I don't know. I don't know anything. Just to keep Vanny busy. Step 1, find her. Step 2, rip her mask or her suit. Step 3, she will have to cry and fix it for weeks. No! I don't want to do that. That would be mean. Wear a shirt that says I'm on camera. Just, hello, I'm live on Twitch. Yeah, I am a little bit of a homebody, I guess. But that's because I like doing so many different crafts and a lot of the stuff can't be performed outside of my home. Like I can't walk outside with all of the like equipment I need and do it on the fly. I would have to go somewhere where I could accessibly like reach a bunch of electrical or power outlets. I don't know what I was trying to say. So like it would be nice if I could go outside and do this stuff sometimes just because fresh air would be great. But like a lot of the sewing aspect of cosplay can't be done outside. Unless I plan on hand stitching everything, and I, again, had to stop cross stitching for a really long time because of the carpal tunnel that I accrued over becoming old. And I just simply wouldn't do. Warning, I'm a streamer. Oh, the Wubby Legoland stream with a giant backpack computer. Yeah, see, and I've watched, I like Wubby. I don't watch him very often, so I didn't see that stream. But I watched Cutie Cinderella go to Disney, and it feels like you do truly have to bring like your own like big computer setup with you to do a stream like that. Like, you need your own hotspot and like a huge backpack of tech, like all this extra stuff to truly have like an enjoyable experience watching a stream where like I inconvenience myself to like bring this backpack of tech. And I don't know if that would make a good stream. Maybe it would. Like, again, if we hit the oh, it's not on this screen. But if we were to hit the dono goal for an IRL stream, I would love to go take you guys to the arcade where I play like the crane games and the marble stuff, because that's one of the few things that I think might be like stimulating and fun enough to like do on a stream. But I don't know. I do not know. Okay, we're almost done with all the pieces that I didn't need to worry about measurements for. Which is nice. Yes. Because then I can move on to the stuff that'll have trickier cutting. Wow. I love that the craft stream actually just incidentally turned into like a stream where you just watch the least visually stimulating part of the project. It was just the next part that I needed to get done. I've seen people do it on their phone, but it's like 360p, 30 FPS, and cuts a lot. I would go and visit you. Oh my goodness. That'd be crazy. Changed my hair. I cut it all off for charity a month ago. That's crazy. Good for you. Yeah, I don't think that the camera would be a quality. I think that the reception and the Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi, would be the issue. So, yeah, I don't know. If the day ever comes when we do an IRL stream, I will figure it out. I have an IT guy, it'll be fine. Obviously, duh. Okay. We're gonna do the front top pattern first. I think that it's most important to do that. It says to cut on a fold, but I don't know how that would make any sense. Because when there's like a whole instruction booklet. I really like when patterns come with instructions instead of it just being like, here's the fucking pattern, figure it out, nerd. I hate when patterns don't come with instructions. Because I would call myself a sewing enthusiast more than I would like an advanced seamstress. There's a way to optimize it. Test IRL stream one. I don't know. The Wi-Fi would not be hyphy. You get it, Samir. It's funny, haha. IRL streams with Lynxicat and me in 9 years. Perfect. But okay. Which one did I determine? The third one? We have to get this third line. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7 different sizes, and I'm gonna cut out the third one. 10 years of following? Man, do you really think I'm gonna stream for 10 years? That'd be crazy. If I have it in me to stream for 10 years. That'd be wild. God, the lines at the bottom are really hard to tell. Okay. How am I gonna do this? I need to get out my cutting board and an X-Acto knife, I think. I think that that's the right call. All of these long pieces that didn't need a bunch of refined measurements were fine. It'd be 10 years for both of us. Oh, okay. My hair got caught in one of the patterns. Disgusting. The thing about me is that my hair is literally everywhere. if you've been around me for an allotted amount of time, any longer than like 5 minutes, you will be consumed by my hair for a long amount of time. Yeah, he's just gonna be a VTuber at that point, an AI VTuber that I just like lightly control. Okay, let me get an X-Acto knife. Oh, my knees. Okay. These... The very non-wobbly cutting mat up here. Actually, I'm going to turn it the other way, because this side is much flatter. Yeah, it was like a late night crafting session that happened, and I just wasn't thinking about it, and I put my iron on top of my cutting mat, and I warped it. Which is one of the worst things I've ever done. It's fine. Okay. Now have all of our pieces. Wow! I wish I had like an overhead camera so you guys could actually see what I was doing. Instead of the way we're doing it now. I made it appear. If that counts, Dark. You'll spin to see who gets Dave. Oh my god. No! Hold on, I gotta go this way. And take my measurements away. Off screen. Okay, now I can do this. Ugh. This is really gonna take me a couple of hours. That's wild. In fairness, I have been talking a lot, so... Zero amount of... Well, my AC has made this impossible, so I'm gonna put it on this side. The terrible amount of the stream was just me mumbling to myself, I guess, about being a boomer to the Zoomers. It feels like you hit age 25 and you are immediately an old person. Oh my god. Samir. How many channel points would you waste on that? Like, truly. How many would it be? Okay. This still needs to be cut. A lot of this stuff does, actually. How much is Vika's then? That's a good barrier for entry. And it's on a cooldown. Yes, welcome back, Dark. I know you said you had to work the graveyard shift. You couldn't come that often. Okay. Hold on. Hold on! My X-Acto knife isn't X-Acto knifing just right. Where do I go from? This direction? I don't even know. You go 1, 2, 3. This one's... Come on. My hands aren't still enough to talk and do this, so I'm sorry that you're gonna not hear me say a lot in a minute. Got one down. Wow. Thank you, Vanessa, for clapping. You look like a therapist or a police officer or a very friendly person. Oh, thank you, I think. She's very good at getting therapist at Samir! This one? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so this line. God, I have to like have laser focus, or it's just not gonna work. I don't understand how this works. I guess it doesn't matter. It should be like that. And then I cut over right. Yes. Great. Is that? Yes. What do you mean it's a complaint? What did I miss? Captain Oliver's doing good, Chief. Hell yeah, let's go. Leave a steam allowance. From here, because this pattern calls for a French theme, and I've never done one. We're certainly gonna find out whether I can do it or not. Eventually. Not right now on this stream. I'm not gonna bother doing a practice garment with a French theme. I'm gonna practice on some extra fabric, I think, before I start cutting the real stuff. Not that it matters, because oh my god, the fabric was so cheap down in the fashion district. That was crazy. But yeah, ideally I don't mess it up on that one. So I'm going to have to practice French seams. I know that they're really easy, because it really is just like ironing down a fold and then sewing it, but I've never done it, so I have to practice. Because nothing in life can be done without practicing, so. Shall see. Still watching, though, and judging, of course. Perfect. Thank you, Samir. Again, like I said, I'm probably just gonna cut this part out, and then we can end. Yes. Also, I'm starving, and I want to get dinner. So, this will just be the introductory part of my sewing experience right now. God. Oh. Oh my god, no way. We have one part down, or kind of. I don't really quite understand this part. I think it's like a... You do this, and then... I'm not really sure. So the way that the pattern's cut out. Might have to just flub it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep that part for later. Eat a snack? No. Eat Dave? No! I would never do such a thing. Eating Dave would be wrong. If you were a snack, would you be a tasty snack? If snack means cute and fun, but Dave not eating. Dave for watching. That's the spirit, Dave. Tell him. I don't really understand how the pattern works, I guess. I mean, I do, but I don't. Huh. Oh, thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. It's an amazing one. Oh. Well, thank you. I try to be Bedtimes. We haven't already looped this music, have we? Am I going crazy? No, because when I start... Well, maybe we have. No, I haven't heard Megalomania again. Megalomania. That's the word that the name comes from. Okay. Pretty good, to be fair. I try. I'll hug Dave for you. I feel like I should actually physically do something for the group hug instead of it just being like a meme that happened once on the stream. Maybe I do just hug Dave when people ask for that. That would derail most of my streams though, which is why I haven't done anything. I've just been like, yes! Thank you for the moral support, since all of my channel point redemptions are moral support related. Which, like, there's nothing wrong with, obviously. I put them there for that reason. But I don't know if that's necessarily very engaging. Ha! Hydrate. Okay. You so right. I wish I had had it in the Dave mug. Instead, I have it in my Sugar Bones water bottle. Oh no, this is definitely... We haven't looped the soundtrack yet. Because we hadn't heard this song yet, and this is also a really good song off of the soundtrack. She said about every song on the soundtrack. But this moment in the bad time run is amazing. I also think it's harder than the Sans fight. All of my maybe trash is going down here. Sad woman now, Vanessa got you. Well, thank you, Vanessa. That's why you're on watch. You're good at your security job. Oh my god, it's Spooktunes. Aren't Spooktunes so groovy? If only we were all such a good DJ like Napstablook. DJ Blukey. I love that even though I have these headphones on, I can a little bit hear my 3D printer going in the background. It prints out all kinds of fun doodads. Wow, I can't believe Bergentucken and this weren't back-to-back, but they were so close to each other. That's really funny. What a wild shuffle. Things Vanessa can do. Riz, funny. Booty. Not a bad one to be. Oh, we're almost through all of it. Wow. At some point I can make the real garment. That would be phenomenal. Oh, this one's a square. I don't need to do this one with the X-Acto knife. I'm just gonna sit down. Hey chat, would a second camera be good here? Like a top-down camera? I think personally it would be a good idea to have a top-down camera, but that is just because I think it would be a good idea. I'm gonna start from right here. Also sitting on this pillow right now instead of leaning over my more intricate pattern pieces is good on my knees. Would it be in addition to this camera like a split screen? Top down would be neat and great for TikTok edits. I think that you are onto something there. I think that would be great. But that is not the setup we are rocking right now. Like normal stream face cam in the corner, but it's the top down. Yeah, I think that you're right. I think that that would be really good. I don't know that we're not always going to do these streams. Obviously, you guys are mainly here for the Dark Souls content, I think. But this is my other big hobby other than Dark Souls mention. This is my other giant big hobby other than playing the video games. Or at least it's become that way, I guess. But I guess, is music a hobby? What does the chat think on that one? Do we think of what do we think of that? Is music a hobby? Being a music enjoyer? I think it is, but that doesn't mean anything. Keep that. Music is just listening. Yeah, but like, I don't know. Some people take it very seriously. I do. But is music a hobby at that point just because I spend a lot of time going to like shows and stuff like that? I don't know. But I guess that's just my opinion. Oh, my knees are killing me. Okay, there, we've looped the entire soundtrack. Which is my cue. I'll let this song finish, because I think that that's actually kind of a good idea. If you're making songs like listening to people, then that's what I mean, like, I used to make a lot of music. I don't anymore, but I'm gonna shuffle the next song. Alright. Here's one of the bigger pieces. This should be the skirt piece in the back. This is the back of the skirt. This piece right here. So it's gonna be like an open back on the dress. Just in case anyone was wondering. But I love this song. I just love Undertale. That's all it is. Now we're gonna listen to Deltarune, which I also love. Oh, good, good. Good stuff. Great stuff, even. Where do I go from? Can't remember the last time I wore a dress. I rarely wear real pants anymore because it's too dang hot. So, me, it's all the time. I wear skirts all the time, I guess, more aptly. Good song. Good song. Great boss theme. Hey, he's the actor knife back where it was. God, I wish I could tell a little bit better. Where the lines are intersecting. But I had to set my printer to fast, so it made all the lines kind of muddy, and I don't really know where my pattern starts and ends in a couple of places, which is a bummer, but whatever. Okay. We move on. Right here. And then, I guess I go from the bottom, maybe? At some point, need outer section to be good, but I need more paper out of the way, I guess, so that my eye sees it correctly. At least that's how I feel about it anyway. I think the thing about this pattern is that there's so much allowance because it's allotting all of this extra fabric for the French seam that it wants you to do, which I think will make it look phenomenal, which is why I picked this pattern. But I don't know how this pattern is truly gonna work. 6 years and 4 months ago? Ugh. That's crazy. It feels I did the math wrong. It's okay. Math isn't my strong suit either. Okay. This is a long one. I have to like look over it. I love this section of the game where Rousey tells you the story of the Delta Rune and why he's been waiting for 2 heroes to come help him save his land. Good stuff. Good lore drop. Great lore drop. All games should have lore drops that reference Neon Genesis Evangelion in them. Like this one. I haven't had to worry about my hands being this steady in so long. Like old hat or whatever, but boy, it is a little stressful. I feel like I can't breathe sometimes when I'm doing this. I also feel like this would be a terrible top-down view of just my head in the way. I feel like maybe if I had, more, whatchamacallit, more light, maybe this wouldn't be so hard, but also my eyes are just so bad. So, I don't really know. Okay. Almost there. On this one piece, and then we have one more piece to go, and then it'll be done. That'll be nice. Good walking around town music. We just saved the world from unknown terrors. That's pretty neat, right? Boy, howdy, we did. Okay. This is another piece we have to keep. Maths teacher's probably still mad. It's been years. Math was never my strong suit, which is why I went to art school. Who would have thought? Artist was not good at math, therefore took art school as the out to not have to do math, and then had to take a math class anyway. But it was literally called math for the arts, so it's fine. I didn't have to do that advanced math. Okay. Also another good fight song. Kind of sad if you think about it contextually, because Lancer Super doesn't want to fight you. But again, another banger from Toby Fox. Who even cares? All of these songs are bangers. I can't believe how good he is at composing music. So that's always my issue with music when I make it, is I have the lyrics, but do I have the tune? Probably not. Like the song is about fights. It's true! How did you know? Okay. One last piece and then we're done. Wow. My fingers hurt. And I still have to cut the real fabric. Crazy. Ugh. Okay. Back to the X-Acto knife. Go. God, I think about playing Minecraft all the time, though. Minecraft truly is one of the ultimate, like, good, best, like, accessible games for everyone of all time. It also says cut on a fold. That's so weird. Oh boy. At least there is seam allowance built into this one. I tried it once. Are you saying Dark Souls and Wii Sports are more accessible than Minecraft? Crazy if true. You don't know DS? I don't know what you mean. Like the Nintendo DS? Yes, I do know the Nintendo DS, if that's what you're saying. The one with the pen? I loved my DS. I also had a 3DS. Because Kingdom Hearts came out on that. Also, I know Samir is probably listening, so he should know this up front. But when Kingdom Hearts comes out on Steam, I have really bad news about the trajectory of the stream and where it will be going. So if you're not ready for that, time to make plans for probably the entire summer. Actually, that's not true, because the Dark Souls DLC, or not the Dark Souls DLC. They're making new Dark Souls DLC. The Elden Ring DLC is going to come out, and that's going to consume a lot of my time. I never heard of that. But when I'm not playing Elden Ring, I will be playing Kingdom Hearts. Because it's my entire childhood. I was Sora's age. No, I wasn't even. I was younger than Sora when Kingdom Hearts originally came out. And then by the time it finally got to Kingdom Hearts 3, I was older than Sora. which is a crazy thing to think about. Like, they just took so long to make the game. I was like, oh, oops. And now you are older. Congratulations. You are older than the protagonist of the game you were playing as a child. Oh, best song in the game? The World Revolving is one of the biggest bangers of all time. Video game soundtrack wise. Again, like I said, if you know the name of the song on the video game soundtrack, that's how you know it's a good song. It's the only way to know if a song is truly a banger outside of the video game. If you can tell me the name of the song, that means it's certified, you know? Certified good stuff. Dearly Beloved, again, a banger. If you can say the name out loud without people going, huh? That's all you need to know. Now, that's only a little bit true because there are plenty of FromSoft named songs that I couldn't tell you a fucking thing about. But I could be like, oh, that song from this section is so good. So, there's also that. But again, I can tell you the name of this song and also where it plays in the game. So, it is the true. It's just that good. God, what's happening with the paper? I need the X-Acto knife. I didn't think I did, but... Saga from the Sonic Casino music was amazing. I've never played a Sonic game, but I know plenty of the music, so again, you are not wrong. It continues to be the true, like Titan said. Yeah, I really can't get this part cut off. That's wild. Get out of here. Get out of here, paper. There we go. I cut too many layers right here. It's like we're 2 pieces of paper met on the pattern when I was printing it out, and now it's just like being very difficult. Can't tell if... Oh, this is where the paper came together. Okay. Like, what's happening? But nothing's happening. Yeah. I really want Lynxie to play Sonic Adventure 2. I will! Oh no, my vinyl. It hit me in the butt. Look. I'll make it a dono incentive. I think that's a pretty good dono incentive. I play a whole hecking game on stream. Then we can make it happen. I think that's reasonable. I've never played it. I hear it's a good one, though. So it is something I would like to check out eventually. There's just so many video games coming out all the time. How are you supposed to fit in? I've been playing old consoles like once a month. That was pretty cool. Ugh, my fingies. They're the hurting. Okay. Final piece done. Love going back to classes. I know. The OG Paper Mario and 1000 Year Door are so good. Ugh. Fuck. My hand. It's horting. It is the horting. Okay. So these are all the pieces I'm going to keep. Just in case I need a larger pattern, but I don't foresee that happening, luckily. Like that. This. So, okay, well. The photo I did didn't work. Oh well. I'm just trying to make sure that it's all off to me. But now all of my pieces are officially cut and ready for fabric. Wow. So this will be the front of my dress. This is the back panel. That'll attach right here. Wow, just like that. And then I'll have 2 of these pieces. And then I just need to worry about getting the top done again, because this part is like the lining that goes underneath the front of the dress so that it's finished nicely. And then this will connect this part. These 2 parts will connect to the back of the dress. And it's all one cohesive piece. And then this is just in case I want to make a bow, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know that it's really pertinent. This is all the parts that I might not use. We shall see. But this is the main part of the dress. And yeah, that's the first part, the first step. Stuff I need to do to make my dress for my cosplay for Anime Expo. So, yeah. Sewing stuff on stream when I get a good setup for my sewing machine over there, I think. But, as you can see, it took me 2.5 hours to cut out paper. To just cut out the pattern. To get it ready to cut my test fabric. So, I don't know how Anime Expo is when. It is 4th of July weekend. It is July 4th through the 7th, and I will be going dressed up as my person. Yeah, I think I can get a dress done in a month. So, hopefully, the next time you see me, I will at least have a test mock-up of the dress. And if I hate it, then boy howdy do we have another pattern to cut out and test. But for now, I think this was pretty good. Because I wasn't even expecting to get it all out right now. Is that the food stamp? Sounds good. But yeah, I think it's a Monday. I don't usually stream on Mondays. Obviously, this was a bonus dono incentive stream. You will see me bring up the regular stream format for when it's the webcam. And so everybody filled out, oh, boop, 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 the dono incentive down here, which was an art stream. It's Tuesday for you? That's crazy. Being in a different place in the world is wild. So thanks to everyone who donated. Have an art stream. I hope this was sufficient. I don't really know if it was or not. But this is part of the prep I need to do for the outfit. So hopefully the next time, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. Maybe on stream tomorrow, you will see me with a silly little dress made out of curtains. Because I have a bunch of old curtains that someone was nice enough to gift me. See you next year. Perfect. You'll just come on your anniversary every year. It'll be great. More of this in the future. I guess we'll do a poll. I'll ask for feedback on the Discord. If you join the Discord at if you type in the chat !Discord, an invite to the Discord will show up and you can join and you can give me your feedback on the stream to see if this was any good. I imagine a lot of you wanted to see more, but this is the first step of many. So, you know, we'll get to more. Maybe if you guys enjoy it, I don't know. Every year you get Vanessa. every day is wonderful. Any day you show up to the stream is wonderful with me. But yeah, for now, I killed Dave. I am so sorry. Dave and I, aw, thank you. Dave didn't die, he's fine, he's fine. If you want to see more, come back tomorrow. I'll be playing Dark Souls then. But if I have more to show off of the dress, I will definitely show you guys. Thank you for coming to my weird little experimental stream of this setup. Maybe next time we'll have a top-down view and all kinds of stuff. Wowie! But yeah, for now, Dave's gonna wave. Say thank you for coming and enjoying this weird crafting stream. And I'm gonna hit the end screen and I will see you tomorrow with Dark Souls 3. If you're not here for Dark Souls content, I'm so sorry. I typically am a Dark Souls streamer. We're starting, thank you for saying have a good night. I hope you have a good time in the future of Tuesday, Officer Vanessa. Yeah, if you're not usually here, I usually stream FromSoft games. I am starting the very first section of Dark Souls 3 tomorrow. So if you would like to come watch me play Dark Souls 3 and potentially talk more about my Anime Expo plans, you can come do that tomorrow. But yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for watching me cut paper. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.